Okay, fine by me.
Works for me. All right, if you're watching my stream, we're going to open our last raffle of the day. This will be for another CC crate. So type !raffle right there in the chat, and we'll get you guys. This is going to run until the game. When the game ends, I'll close the raffle.
Okay.
Des Moines, Des Moines, Des Moines. Hey, look, it's 5 Des Moines again. It
Are
worked.
you ready to be liberated?
It kind of worked last time. Why change it?
So, looks like your team's brought over a Moskva instead.
Indeed, they've dumped one of the DMs and gone Moskva and traded the Grozovoy for a Gearing.
Okay. I'd hope they trade the Z52 for Gearing.
I would have traded the Z52 for a Gearing and kept the Grozovoy, but that's just me.
Alright. And the match will start in a few seconds, and as usual, our ships will be making out with each other before we can start spectating.
You haven't even bought me dinner first. Why would I allow such a thing?
Ow. Hey.
That's what you get.
Just because I didn't buy you dinner.
That's me virtually slapping you. That's what that is.
Hey, remember that last time I cooked ramen?
All right. We're underway here on Sleeping Giant. Match 3, Game 2. Cast with a 1-0 lead here as we head on towards one of these teams trying to progress towards the semifinals.
You're gonna have to keep casting because I need to load back into the game. I swear, this is Halcyon's fault somehow.
You've crashed like every 10 minutes all day long. It's disturbing. All right, well, we have Montana, Moskva, Worcester headed towards C, Gearing out front, leading them as Zed, Henri, Des Moines, and Montana angling towards A. Nobody seems interested in the B cap right now, which doesn't really shock me because if I'm CYPHR, I'm under the impression that they're not going to drive a cruiser right into the B cap in the early game because they don't have a destroyer.
To be fair, Cass did do that in Game 1, and it worked surprisingly well.
They drove a cruiser into the B cap right away?
Yeah, the 2 Des Moines and the Montana, they kind of went straight for B.
Wow, that's ballsy.
Yeah, that was on tiers though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, in tiers. I mean, in this on this particular map, I don't know that I'd do it.
And if I was them, I would just do a hard C push, or even an A push.
Well, let's see what happens. Couple of good early strafes there by Milroy's Midway sends Talon XA's fighters packing. At least over at C. Now at A, they seem to be kind of just dancing around. The Midway strike planes now from CYPHR heading over to C, knowing that they have fighter cover, air superiority momentarily over here. Oh, wow. Revolving Monks, Des Moines already down 75% of his HP. What hit that guy? Montana must have just chunked him when he got a good look at him earlier. Goodness gracious. Torpedo salvo going into the teeth here of these Des Moines. Pretty good gearing torps. These look good. I don't know if they're spotted. They must be spotted or hydroed or something. Iron Primus going to squeak by there as one rides right down the port side of his hull. And they are shoving 3 Des Moines directly into the C cap. And they're going to cap C here momentarily.
Oh, that is what they kind of did last time.
Now they are beating the crap out of Revolving Monks Des Moines. He's getting cross-shot from the other side of the map as well, so I don't think he's going to be on the board very long. Even if they can manage to bag C, and it looks like they will bag C. No, they're getting resets on the right people.
But the problem is that Moskva is paying heavily for the resets. Already down to half health.
So he is.
Oh yeah, and that is some pretty dangerous crossfire coming in. Looks like Revolving Monk is going to go down.
Indeed.
I don't think he can find a safe spot.
Some good gearing smoke here as Spruan smoking up his teammate. We'll have to see what happens here. If they can focus Revolving Monk, they've managed to keep these Des Moines from capping so far, which I'm really impressed with.
Mm-hmm. We
Revolving
have a
monk.
strike coming along over on the 1 line. Looks like we spotted your Henry, your Z52, and Des Moines.
And the Moskva becomes the first casualty of the game, despite... And now they have no eyes. They can't see anybody in that cap anymore. They're going to bag it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they
And
needed those
Revolving Monk's
planes.
gonna live.
Revolving Monk's heal is going on. Well, a lot of drama at C. Heavy C push now. As it looks like Double Des Moines, Montana setting up to refuse this entrance to A. The Henri getting bombed way over on the 1 line. And here comes the Torp strike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't... It looks like he wanted to use his Force Ass's DCP for the torpedoes.
Well, Henri seems to be resisting this, although he is taking some broadside Des Moines shots at this range.
Your Worcester is playing a very dangerous game here. Over on the C6.
I see this. Well, but he's been doing that all the time. He was one that was originally keeping those Des Moines from capping so quickly. Oh, two big torp hits into Primus.
Mm-hmm.
Good torps on Primus.
He got hit by Montana as well, so
did he
he's
really?
down to 11k. Yeah.
Well, the two of the Des Moines then that are in that cap are very, very badly wounded.
Mm-hmm.
But the CYPHR team over there is going to have to pull back. If they're going to make a play, it's going to have to be at A. Although right now it looks like they're trying to push the center. Gearing, Montana, and Worcester all converging on the middle of the map as Ironclad Primus is... Des Moines takes another big hit, now down to 3k.
Mm-hmm. Don't think he's going to live through this.
No, I don't think so. Somebody's going
to...
Yep, they've got cross shots on him. Oh, 450. And he's got the Des Moines, he's got the Gearing radar. The Gearing is going to just try and polish him off here with HE.
Yep, but Des Moines healing through it, so Gearing's going to pay a heavy price for it.
Yeah, he's going to lose about a quarter of his HP before this Des Moines goes down. About a third, actually.
Well, he's down to half.
Here come the planes, and here come cross shots from the Montana at A. Oh, they fall short. Well dodged.
Alright, well, it looks like our push over at A has stalled out, so C is going to have to make some sort of play.
Well, this Worcester has now repositioned, but he's showing his fat broadside to the Montana over on the 2 line. He's going to regret that play if he's not careful.
Speaking of which, there's cross shots coming on to Worcester. Nope, never mind, Montana.
Oh,
Montana takes a huge salvo.
Big salvo into the Montana. Probably a juicier target.
Yep.
Worcester now coming under focus fire.
Alright. Oh, and we lose a Zao.
Ah, our Montana up north still doing good work as it looks like the next bomber strike from our midway is going in on the Republique. Angling there to get over onto Oz's Republique.
I think we're going to get your Z52 right here. He should be raided by Radon Nick. And I don't think he's going to
He's continuing to fire, so he's spotted even if he's not radared. He'll be dead momentarily. 360 HP. Next salvo will finish him.
Yep, but Radon is already overextended.
Oh, but
he's
they haven't
broadside to
haven't killed him yet.
Mm-hmm.
And the Henri should have him. This Henri salvo should hurt a lot. And not quite so much. They do bag the Zed.
Yep, but that's going to be at a heavy price.
It's going to cost him his ship, though. Yep, there it was.
And here he goes.
240 millimeter HP from the Henri, doing work here. Flanking Henri is a nasty ship.
Mm-hmm. Especially with the reload booster now. You don't want to show...
Indeed.
You don't want to show broadside.
That's right. That gives CYPHR a small lead, about 20 points here. Both teams ticking up points at the exact same rate as neither team has gotten into A. Now, that's about to change because Spruance's Gearing is about to push into A, backed up by Mustang's Montana. Now, this is going to be interesting because the Des Moines and Montana over there on the 2 line, I don't think are expecting this salvo that's about to come at them.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to be... They're going to get broadside to someone. It's going to be terrible.
That carrier strike on the Republique did tremendous damage as well. He's down under 15,000 HP. Yep, they just whacked the Des Moines for 20k.
Mm-hmm.
And they're starting to bag A.
Yep, Montana and Des Moines are in a tight spot here. But the problem is Cass is slowly pushing through C to B, and this booster isn't going to last forever.
No, he's not. He's kind of got nowhere else to go. He can't do anything but really reverse. As soon as he shows broadside, the Des Moines will just crush him. Mm-hmm. Like, the only thing he could potentially do is charge, but that's an equally bad idea.
Oh.
Well, they bag A. Now CYPHR going to start working on a decent lead here. Start opening that gap up. as the Montana and
Yep.
A starting to come under carrier assault.
I believe they're going to work to eliminate the Cass, Des Moines, and Montana. That's one. I mean, Des Moines is going to go down here real soon, and Montana
There he
will follow
goes.
suit. Yep, and Montana has nowhere to run, so
Yep.
the best he can do is trade for Henry.
CYPHR moving out to a 2-ship lead, about 120 points here as we approach the halfway mark of the match.
Mm-hmm.
It's Montana now
Boosters.
getting crossfired by a Des Moines and an Henri as he chases the Henri up the one line.
Well, your Wooster at D6 is doing the best he can. Oh, that
Ooh.
Montana takes a huge hit. Well, I think your Wooster is between a rock and a hard place.
But the fact
because
that,
he has
but the
nowhere
fact
to
that he's
go.
still alive is huge. Like, I'm impressed.
Mm-hmm. He's keeping the Des Moines from advancing because they
He
know
is.
they didn't want to walk into a Wooster firepower.
Well, up 3 ships, CYPHR looking really solid here as they rotate the Montana that was up north on the B line. He looks like he's going to drive right down the 6 line into the B cap. These cruisers, the 2 remaining cruisers in the Republic and C that pushed in so early and took so much damage to do it, never managed to get out of the cap and are now trapped there. All their remaining teammates, save the carrier, are off the board.
Pretty much. Like, Cass tried to put everything to sea, but they were not successful in pushing out. And that bought the A group long enough to kill the ships that were over on the 2 and 1 line. So now they can sit back and wait on points. I mean, Cass has to make a play at some point, but their only healthy ship is really the Des Moines, and he's just going to push out to a crossfire. So
Yeah.
Cass is really in a bind here.
With the Republic's the only battleship they've got left, and with him all beat up, it really limits their options.
Mm-hmm. And Republic is not a very good ship to push with because her armor is... Oh, nice hit on the gearing.
Nice hit on the
Like,
gearing. I
Republic-
wonder how the gearing is spotted. They must have one of the Des Moines radars up.
Quite possibly.
Now, what is this Republic? Is he going to ground himself? He is. He's about to beach. He's not going to like this because there's a bunch of torpedoes coming in on him that he probably hasn't
Haven't
spotted
seen it
yet. I don't think he's going to be able to dodge them all. Looks like he's going to take at least one up near the bow.
He'll take one on the bow. That might be just enough here.
It is.
These guys
Gearing
See if
comes
our
under air
midway
assault.
takes revenge. Oh, he already lost one wave of torpedo bombers.
Gearing trying to find a way to stay alive, but doesn't.
Your carrier did his best, got all of the planes,
He
but
did.
that doesn't stop the Des Moines shells.
Nope, doesn't stop the Des Moines shells. CYPHR retains their 3-ship lead. 8 minutes to play here as Cass trying to find a way out of this pigeonhole they've neatly boxed themselves into. Only 2 Des Moines remains against a lot more enemy firepower.
Oh, this ship is going to regret.
Yep, he just got
17K.
chunked.
Oh, and there's also bombers coming in, so
Yep.
I believe this is GG here.
Yeah, he's only got so many places he can go with this many ships running him down, essentially.
Mm-hmm. And he gets
Ooh,
AP.
and the AP bombs do their
You
job.
saw. We kicked ass.
Well, Revolving Monk is getting out of here.
Now, I
but-
do have to say this. Huge props to Revolving Monk, right? Revolving Monk got chunked down for 75% of his HP a couple of minutes into the game. And here we are, 13 minutes later, and he's essentially the last surface ship alive on his team. So, kudos to him for finding ways to stay alive.
Mm-hmm. And he was firing half the time, so it's not like he was irrelevant. Alright. So I think it's pretty safe to say that Cass is not going to be
Indeed.
coming out of this one with a win.
Nope. CYPHR is going to claim Game 2 as we are going to head to Game 3
Sorry.
on
no
Warrior's
break for you.
Path.
What do you think Cass could have done better? Because it sounds like they just stalled out on C, and
Man.
then their A push just failed.
I don't know. I think with the comp they had, I'm not sure what they could have really done differently. They may have gone a little too aggressive at C, right? I mean, those cruisers in C just got shredded, and that's what really stopped the push. Two critical things happened on the C flank. The cruisers that went into make the cap got beat to crap, and at that point that stops them from wanting to keep moving. And then the Cypher team north of C did exactly the right thing. They pulled back and started kiting. Now, they lost the gearing, but that wasn't a catastrophe. Sorry, they lost the Moskva, but that wasn't a catastrophe. They traded decently, and it stopped the push. And then by that point, you had a battleship up north, and a battleship with shots into that cap from over north of A, and now you've got the infamous, the cross shots, right? You can't avoid everything. You can't angle to everybody. Somebody is going to beat you up.
Pretty much.
So I think it wasn't so much they could have done different as so much as Cypher reacted better or well, let's say.
If they're gonna go hard push like that, I don't really agree with their usage of Des Moines, because Des Moines is not very strong in the push because of their limited range, and they just tend to get AP from the front anyway.